Look, I know you want to lose 10, 20, maybe even 30 plus pounds and finally step into the body goal of your dreams. I've been a fitness and nutrition coach for over 13 years. I've worked with over thousands of people. And in this video, you're going to learn everything you need to know about fat loss and toning. So jump in, take notes, and comment below more questions you might have with your fitness journey. But let's go ahead and jump into these questions. The first one being how to lose 10 pounds in a month. Now, most people, now, of course, I'm going to be pitching my program a little bit, but just to put it candidly, most people inside my program will drop about 10 pounds, 8 to 10 pounds on average in the first month. That's the average. Some people don't drop, like they drop a few pounds. Some people drop a lot more than that, but the average tends to fall around 8 to 10 pounds. Now, I'm gonna get on y'all a little bit because if you somebody who drops like 8, 10 pounds in your first couple of weeks, not even a month, for the first couple of weeks, I ain't gonna lie, you was really tripping for real. Like you was doing a lot when it came to your diet. And that because when you have, okay, let me back up a little bit. When you have a lot of weight to lose, you're going to get to a point where you're going to experience a lot of fast weight loss. I should probably make a little, hold on, I got to pencil that in, rate of loss. So we definitely got to talk about that as well, too, because a lot of us get things twisted with our progress. But when you first get started in your fitness nutrition journey, if you've really been BSing, you're going to drop a lot of weight when you start getting serious because you have a lot of stress, a lot of bloat, there's a lot of stuff that has really just kind of, honestly, I don't like using the word too much, but your body needed the damn detox. And your body's like, oh my God, thank you. And that's why a lot of y'all, even in your first week, sometimes lose 8 to 10 pounds because you have no idea how much just BS you were carrying in your body. So to lose 10 pounds in a month, if you're like beginner to intermediate, or if you're brand new to this thing, honestly, just like without even giving you this perfect meal plan, workout plan, move your body, walk outside every day, drink a lot of water, and eat what you think is healthy. Literally by doing that and cutting out like the BS, take out food, fried food, fast food. Literally by doing that, you're gonna lose 10 pounds. Like just by doing that. Like that's how often look, I'm gonna get deep with y'all here. All right. I'm not here to I'm here to ruffle feathers. I'm not here to pat you on the back. Like, oh, it's okay. No, we need to get in line. And for any of my clients that are on this live, y'all know y'all know how I get when I'm on these lives, especially when I catch that Holy Ghost. I get to talking. Y'all know how I get. All right. And y'all see my Facebook post. I actually speak like that. Okay. This ain't nothing new. But to lose your first 10 pounds in a month. In fact, let's talk about month 2, because that first month losing pounds, that's anybody can do that. That's not hard at all. But that second month and keeping it going, that is what's hard. Now, I will say this, and we're going to kind of cover this rate of weight loss in a little bit. But if you're somebody like, let's say me, for example, right? I right now weigh 179. Yeah, I'm like 179. I forgot to weigh in this morning, but yesterday I was 179. Me losing 10 pounds in a month would be like one of the worst ideas. Like I'm gonna lose a lot of muscle, right? I'm not far from my ideal body goal. I would be better served losing 10 pounds over the course of like 6 to 10 weeks or something like that, maybe even 8 to 10 weeks, because I want to preserve as much lean muscle mass as possible. We'll get back to that in just a second. Now, if you're somebody, let's say this is losing your first 10 pounds on the second month. So let's say, and if y'all just jumping in, you already lost your 10 pounds that first month. We talk about month 2 because anybody can go through month 1. That's easy. Let's talk about month 2. Let's talk about month 3. Losing another 10 pounds. How do we do it? So the thing is now that you've lost those first 10 pounds, we're gonna get to that second 10 pounds lost. We now have to track what we're doing, and we have to be more intentional because the first 10 pounds are easy. Just start being healthy and move. Excuse me. First 10 pounds are easy. Just start being healthy and boom, we're going to lose the weight. Now, with that second month, you want to track like, okay, what things am I doing now that I can start to eliminate? How many calories and protein, grams of protein am I getting in? Now, I'm leaving out fat and carbs specifically because we don't want to stack on too much at once. We want to set that foundation. The foundation at first was that first month. And that first month, all we did was just start being healthy. And now we're layering a little bit more into that first foundation. Okay, what does healthy look like numbers wise? So take all the things that you did in the first month, keep doing those things. But now for the first 7 days, just track the things that you did. So I'm going to now start tracking my calories. I'm just tracking the calories that I'm eating arbitrarily. I'm not trying to change the plan and fit this and that. No, I'm just tracking what I'm doing, because you might notice, okay, I'm eating like 350 grams of carbs on average per week. I'm getting like 80 to 90 grams of protein and maybe like 70 grams of fat. I'm just throwing numbers out there, by the way. Y'all don't. All right, just throwing numbers out there. But you're just tracking like what's happening right now to look at your patterns. And now that you have that nutrition wise, and by the way, we're starting with nutrition first because this is literally like the cheat code. I had somebody on Twitter, not Twitter, Threads. I dropped a comment. I was like, hey, like look at my pinned post where me showing me side by side 20 pounds lost in 12 weeks. And I was like, I did that. I work out less than three hours a week in the gym, and I did that. And a couple people were like, no way, that's not possible. I'm like, no, I'm telling you, like I had to figure it out. My dad, like I'm busy. I got a lot of stuff going on. And they're like, oh wow, okay. This is why we're starting with nutrition first. It's like this is why I became certified nutrition. It's literally that serious. It's the cheat code. But you want to track that first 7 days and kind of see where you're at. And then once you see where you're at, you're going to go to my YouTube channel and you're going to go to this video. It's me doing this. You're going to go to my fat loss, how to make a fat loss meal plan with ChatGPT. You're going to use that because it's going to show you your numbers compared to what you should be doing to continue to lose the fat. And that is a shameless plug, but it's seriously, it's a 30-minute training. It's going to help you out like a lot. But you want to set the foundation like that because it just makes it easier. See, because the problem is we ask questions in these online groups and communities, and we're like, oh, I want to lose some weight. Like, what do I do? And then we get all these answers, and it's like, that's a lot. And then we don't do anything. So all I'm telling you to do is, hey, just start doing stuff that's healthier. That's it. Like, do you walk outside? No? Okay, go walk outside every day, 10 minutes. Start there. You did 10? Cool. Try to do 10 more. Call your friend, call your bestie, call your homie. Keep walking. Do you go to the gym? No? Okay, start. What do I do? Ask ChatGPT. Go on YouTube. Find a damn workout. 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I don't care how much time you have. Just find something. Just do something different, right? Do you eat fast food a lot? Okay, stop. Go cook at home. You don't know how to cook? YouTube. Recipes. How to cook. Like there's resources out there. Like, so don't make it hard. Start cooking at home. Start working out more. Walk more. If the sun's out, you need to be out. Heck, if it's raining, find somewhere shaded to put some mosquito spray on, but find somewhere shaded to go and walk at. But do something different, right? And then do it for 30 days. After 30 days, you're going to lose 10 pounds. Like it's just going to happen. And again, we're talking about month 2 and 3, trying to lose 10 more pounds. So now we're tracking all those things that we did to figure out like what's the pattern here. And then once we get that pattern down, then we can get to the point where it's like, okay, this is my current pattern. I'm gonna try to make this change based on the research and stuff that I just told you to go do. I'm gonna try this new intentional plan to lose these 10 pounds. And hey, you might lose 2 pounds, 5 pounds, 6. You might lose 10. You might lose 11. I don't know. But now you're dictating the process. And now that you're laying out the process, you're also at the same time. This is a hidden feature. Where's my notebook's over here? But you need to be notating these things. You need to be journaling about like how this feels. Like, can you keep up with this? Can you sustain this? Is 100 grams of carbs too low? I'm not telling you how many carbs to eat. It's different for everybody. Is 200 grams of carbs too low? Is it too high? How much protein can you really get? People will tell you, oh yeah, just eat high protein. It's not that simple. I made a whole YouTube video on how to eat high protein because it's hard. It's hard for me. So I know it's hard for y'all. All right. But that's how we're going to lose those 10 pounds in a month. And on the second, third month, how we're going to continue to lose those pounds. Next question, the best weight loss workout for beginners, walking. And I look, I've been going crazy on content, y'all. I'm finished editing and uploading a video about walking. I'll be posting that pretty soon. But walking is literally like the best thing. Let me show you something. This year, at the top of this year, my goal was to have about I wanted to get to 10,000 steps on average for this year. No, my bad, not that. My annual average step goal, not daily, not weekly, monthly, annual average step goal was 9,000 for this year. And so far, even with the ups and downs of this year, December, boom. So here we are. I don't know if I can see that well enough or not, but we are right at 9,124 steps. That is my daily average for this year. Compared to last year, my average was 7,500 steps for last year. Now, granted, it would have been better, but at the beginning of last year, I actually had I heard something. What was it? It was something with my my memory. I heard something on my body. Was it my leg or y'all? It was something. I can't darn remember what it was. But something on my body was hurt. I had to go look back and see what it was. And I couldn't walk like that for like the better half of like 3-4 months. Like I was in pain. All right. But that happened and it really slowed me down. Like the first few months of the year, my average step, I fell into like this little mini depression because I couldn't move like that. It was a lot. But my first part of the year was like 5 to 6,000 steps on average a day for like the first 4 or 5 months. It was terrible. So I had to pick up a lot on the back end. So this year, I didn't overshoot the goal. I went to just 9,000 steps a day because that meant that I can start at 8,000. I can get to 8,500. I can get to 9,000. I can get to 9,500 to 10,000 by the end of the year. And that'll put me in the 9K ballpark. But somehow, some way, I'm actually above 9,000 by about 100 steps. So, hey, I'm cool with it. Now, another good workout for beginners is a 3-time-a-week split where you're just doing weightlifting. Now, I would actually recommend if you are new to working out in the gym, do your cardio after this. All right. Go in there, do like a little, good mobility warm up. And once you're done with your mobility warm up, then get into the weight training stuff. You want to save as much energy of your muscles for your strength training so you can actually feel what it's like to be strong and as strong as you are right now. Because when you're on the cardio machine for like 30, 60 minutes to begin your workout and then you go lift, well, you're already zapped. You didn't spend 600 calories on the cardio machines already. Ain't no energy left in the tank. And you want to go lift, you're not going to perform that well. So I want you to get stronger because when you build muscle, and there's a study on this too. I forget the name of the study, but if you need a link to it, I'll find it and I'll send it to you. Just DM me. But there's studies on this too. They took participants who only did cardio for, I think it was like 3 months. And then they took participants who did cardio and weight training. And that's it. That's the only difference. They work at the same duration. The entire duration was the same. So they did 6 minutes of cardio. This group did 30 minutes cardio and then 30 minutes of weightlifting. And this group over here lost twice the amount of body fat. And that should tell you something. Lift weights. Now, what kind of weights do you lift? You need to do compound moves. I need you to start off with mastering your body weight mechanics. So your squats, your presses, your overhead press, your hinge, your deadlifts, your lunges, your rows. Start mastering those simple body weight mechanics. And then go into your dumbbells and then get into the barbells. If you're not ready for barbells on your own, get a trainer. Have the trainer walk you through the proper form and technique with those barbells. But you got to put your muscles under a different kind of duress in order for your body to really grow. Because the thing about building muscle is like, if I don't have muscle, like you're not going to see the tone in my body. Like I have muscle, therefore you can see tone. You can see the little, shadows and stuff, I guess, like with the tank top on right now. But without muscle, I would just be like small and I'd just be flat, right? There's no shape to that. And ladies, if you want to keep your curves, you need to build muscle. Yeah, I know how much muscle is in your legs, in your lower half. When I'm on consultation, like 90% of ladies are like, look, I don't want to lose too much weight because of the, look, and I know what y'all be talking about. You don't want to lose that ass. I understand. So if you want to keep your peach, you need to be lifting these weights and you got to feel them too, but we'll get to nutrition in a second, right? But those are the best workouts for beginners. A 3-time per week strength training split, legs, push, pull. All right. Again, 3 times per week weight training, legs, push, pull. The best thing you can do as a beginner in the gym and walk every single day. At minimum, you need to get to where you're at 8,000 steps per day. I don't know how you're going to do it, but figure it out. And another thing you can do is on the Apple Health app or I don't have Android, but on the Samsung Health app, however they show it. But you can find your daily, weekly, monthly, and your yearly step count here. What I tend to recommend for people, because not everybody's like all the way able-bodied and strong enough to walk, and that's a real thing. I understand that. So if you're like, let's say your monthly average is like 4,000, 5,000, like life happens. Okay, it's okay. Just add 1,000 to that and make that next month goal. So like this August 15th. So right now, just make a goal to walk every day. September comes, whatever your monthly average is in August, add 1,000 to that. That is now your goal for September, every single day. All right. And I say just 1,000 because people they get overly motivated and then they go try to do everything and then you burn out in 2 weeks. All right. I didn't see this pattern happen time and time. Listen to your coach. All right. I'm talking from experience, not some internet stuff that these other coaches be doing. All right. Now, does eating too much fruit hinder your weight loss? I'm gonna keep this one simple. No, it doesn't. Eat your fruit, y'all. I'm not even gonna go like in deep detail today. Eat your darn fruit. Can you lose weight by walking alone? I kind of added that in my best weight loss workout for beginners, but you can lose weight by just walking alone. But also remember, you're only going to be just losing weight. You might be losing a lot of muscle as well too. That's why, like I just said, you need to make sure you're building muscle as well, which I was about to get right into. On top of this, walking every day is a really good habit. Right now, today, I think I'm at like 5,000 or so steps. Like my first mission of the day is literally wake up, chug this. This is 24. Wait, No, this is 30 ounces. I chuck this entire thing. This is 30 ounces of water. I fill it up. I don't pass go. I don't do nothing else until I drink this 30 ounces of water. All right. And that starts my day off. Now I do the whole routine and I gotta get some walking in. Even if it's 5 minutes, even if I'm walking to the car, it's like, oh crap, I gotta get to work and train. I'm gonna walk first. I might even drive to the gym and get ready for my clients. And all right, cool, I'm set up. I will pace around the gym. Move your body. You got to walk. Drink the water. Get your fluids moving. And now start getting your body moving. All right, you're gonna feel so much better. And when you do this right here, this walking and drinking water for at least 2 weeks straight. Now skip one day. You go and then you're gonna spend that probably 11 a.m. or afternoon. You'll be like, dang, why do I feel so just off? Oh, I ain't drinking damn water this morning. Is that important? But yeah, can you lose weight by walking alone? Yes, you can lose just weight, but you need to build muscle, which segues me perfectly into my next topic, which is the best muscle building exercises. Well, to build muscle with. And if you're liking this content, y'all, I drop content like this all the time. Actually, every morning. Matter of fact, right now, a couple of y'all have joined my Body Recomp newsletter, where I'm sending y'all fat loss and muscle building tips every single day. I actually now the first 30 are already, well, first 34 are already done and written. Finally, I've been writing these every single morning. I wake up at like 8. Well, I get set to my computer. I'm up at like 5 a.m. for clients, but I get to my computer at like 8:30 to actually start typing these out. So if you join in, you're gonna get the first 30 ones that I jumped in. So you'll be a month behind, but hey, you're still gonna get the tips. Everybody else who's already been in for at least 30 days, like I'm still, look, every morning I decided, like, you know what, I'm not gonna do just 30 days. I'm gonna extend it. So I'm going for 90 days. So that means for the next 60 days, I gotta get up and make sure I'm behind my computer at 8 a.m. because I send these out around 10. I gotta make sure I'm behind my computer dropping out gems every single morning. So I'm here typing this out. This is me. All right. If you're reading the emails, I don't know if anybody hit in the chat is getting those emails. Y'all let me know. But if you're reading the emails, this is me. I'm telling y'all real stuff. Okay. There's some stuff that's in them emails that I cannot say on the internet. All right. So join that newsletter. Let me see. What's the link to that thing? Put this in here real quick. But yeah, but I'm dropping links right there. Y'all can join the newsletter if y'all want to. Anyways, back to the live training. Where's my darn document link, y'all? All right, so building muscle. Now we're building my section of the Q&A, y'all. What are the best muscle building exercise for legs? Some of these might be kind of quick. So for lower body, you want to do some squats. And there's many variations of squats. I'm not going to go too in depth for that. Hack squats are like big. Those are like some of my favorites. A lot of time, you know, I've been seeing this in my Black Fitness Club Facebook group as well too. But a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm not doing traditional deadlifts and barbell squats. And hey, I agree with you. Now I'm still gonna do deadlifts, but I'm not impressing anybody anymore. I love the machines like way more. If anything, I rather do like more functional squats, like goblet squats, because I'm more likely to have to pick something like this, like, you know, a kid. I'm a dad, y'all, and squat down with it. So like I'm a fan of like goblet squats. I love the hack squat machine because it takes like a lot of it puts some spinal compression on my back, but not so much to where I'm hinged forward with a bar. I'll still do barbell squats, but it's like I'm not going crazy. If I go high in weight, honestly, I'm probably not going past 300 pounds on there. I'm probably staying around like the 225-pound range and if a few reps, if that. I like to train my legs more functional, but definitely do your squats and your variations, do your deadlifts, do your RDLs, lunges, step ups, Bulgarian split squats, do them single leg movements. If your gym has a turf and a sled, hit the sled, y'all. Cycle bikes, great. Sprints, these are all really good. Hip thrusts. What else? Yeah, that'll kind of pretty much cover it. I mean, you can do the accessory, you know, booty exercise, stuff like that. We'll do a booty training live, a booty pump live, or something like that. Maybe we'll get Dominic or something to help us walk through that. All right, but those are some good muscle building exercises. Now, how often do you train each muscle group? So, how often you should train your body? It really depends upon you. So you have like what's most optimal to do, and then you have, you know, I always tell people, hey, take the most optimal path and then multiply that by realism. So realism is like your life. So like this past summer. So during the summer, y'all, you know, I have my kids with me. Well, y'all don't know that. I don't really post my kids online, but I have my kids with me during the summer for almost 3 months. And I got my times during the year, but that's anyway. For 3 months, I have to have a new workout regimen. So this past summer, I dropped down to 2 workouts per week because I'm not trying, like I have all, oh crap, I thought I lost my feed for a second there. I was like, golly, here we go again. But I dropped down to twice per week, and I knew that upcoming. So at the beginning of this year, I was like, this is going to be a very busy summer because a lot of things I wanted to do, teach, and walk through with my kids. So I was like, I need to come up with some kind of routine and system where I can work out honestly the least amount as possible and still lose the weight and then still maintain that weight loss. And I actually did just that. So at the top of this year, I was coming into like a bulking and it just kind of got out of hand to the point where my blood pressure was not favorable at all. And high blood pressure runs in the men's side of my family. So like I pay very close attention to that. My blood pressure was not favorable. And like I just passed by the mirror and honestly the bulking thing is cool. I just felt disgusted. Like I was actually ashamed of myself. And y'all seen some of those pictures in side by side. Like I was almost 200 pounds, 196 pounds. That I just felt. I walked upstairs and I was like, like I couldn't do it. So February 28th, I was like, nah, I'm done. I'm going into my cut. And from February 28th, 11 weeks there, it's like the first week of May, something like that. Second week of May, I dropped 20 pounds. So there I weighed in at like 177 or 176.9, something like that. And yeah, I dropped 20 pounds. And during the summer, I was up and down, but like I said, yesterday I was 179 pounds. And so I actually was able to work out less during the summer, only twice a week. Sometimes a lot of weeks it's only one. And my workout was really just I was getting 10,000 steps a day chasing around my 2-year-old son in the house. Like I was getting 10,000 steps a day and y'all without leaving the house sometimes. Like I was at that type of like, I'm like, God, I didn't know this was possible. Like, holy cow. All right, cool. But so how often should you train your muscle group? Now, ultimately, you want to train each body part twice per week. That will be ideal. But we're also adults living in this economy and we got bills to pay. We got mouths to feed. We got our own selves to tend to, right? So I ask you, what kind of lifestyle do you want to live, right? There's going to be seasons in life where you can work out, work out, work out. Like I'm gonna get back up to where I'm working and move my body, 4, 5, 6 times a week. But I'm only gonna do it for like a little season, right? Because during the summer, this is what I came up with, y'all. And so this is your homework for you. And let me know what you come. I'm curious. Drop it back on this video or just drop a post, something like that. Tag me, by the way. But what's your season of fitness look like for you? What's your seasonal health goal and body goal dream look like for you? I'm gonna start for New Year's. So in New Year's, I like to lock in from January 1st all the way down to May 1st. And then I kind of give myself like a little mini break until Memorial Day, like a maintained break. So I want to lock in from January to May 1st. Now, whatever my goal is right there, that's just like, I don't know what the goal might be, but like I have a goal. It changes depending upon how I'm feeling at the top of the year. But I have a goal and I want to hit it by May 1st. So I lock in hard for 4 months straight, 120 days, 4 months straight. My main goal actually this year was 100 days without alcohol. I did 102 days without alcohol this year. I didn't come into the year having I want to lose 20 pounds goal. I was actually like, I want to get to 200 pounds goal. That was my goal, but I stopped short because just how I was feeling. So I added that into like my little goal list. But my main goal this year was doing 100 days without alcohol, which I successfully did. But I'll do that for the first 4 months of the year. Now, after that, the month of May is maintained. You can call it, I'm a coin that, but I maintain May. All right. And so once Memorial Day hits, that's when the summertime hits. And I don't want to say let loose, but that's the best way to explain it. But that's where I kind of like, I'm not as worried about like, the things that I'm eating and doing. Like if I want to go out and the kids want a donut, hey, I want a donut too. Shoot, it tastes good. Let me enjoy a donut with my kids. Because guess what? When school is back in session and dad has more time to himself again, well, I may as well work out some more. So now I can start to rev back up 3 times a week for this month. And in September, we'll go to 4 times a week because my birthday is next month. Y'all can give me some. And then we'll go hard 4 times a week until we get to the holidays. Now, when the holidays come, specifically Thanksgiving week and the last 2 weeks of the year, Christmas and New Year's, I'm kind of chilling a little bit, but more so on a nutrition tip. So what I do here, this is just a trade-off that I made with myself. I tell myself during the holidays, on November, December, I have to step on a scale every single day. Like that. That is a must do. Oh, my bad. Let me back up. I do a mini cut in September, by the way. That's why I do the salad challenge in August to kind of prepare me for the mini cut coming in September for my birthday. That's just me personally. Again, you want to make your own seasonal calendar for your body goals, your fitness journey. But when November, December come, I'm a little more relaxed. It's cold outside. I do not like, I hate cold weather, y'all. And it actually makes me like a little bit depressed. And what makes me more depressed than cold weather is having a strict ass diet. So I kind of like loosen up just a little bit. But the only caveat is I have to work out 4 to 5 times a week. Like that's something I have to do. That's my season of fitness. So when we go, I know I'm over explaining, but this is the stuff that you're missing when it comes to losing fat, building muscle. Like it's being real. People give you these optimal plans, but they don't give you the realism behind it. So how often you should train each muscle group, y'all? I go for twice a week, but you got to also be able to adjust and pivot. So when I'm working out 4 times a week, obviously I can train upper lower twice a week. When I'm working out 3 times a week, I can kind of like it depends. Like maybe you like 3 full bodies and you can hit each muscle group 3 times per week. That's great for maintaining. For beginners, intermediate, that might be good for building muscles as well too. When I do my 3 time a week workouts, what I like doing a lower body. It depends on what I'm focusing on really. Now my upper body kind of grows like with no problem, so I don't put too much emphasis on it. So what I do is I'll do a lower body workout like on a Monday or Tuesday. It really just depends how I feel. I'll give myself a day to just kind of walk and a day off after, and then I'll have the next day upper body session, and then another day off, and then that Friday or Saturday I'll do a full body workout. I'll start my full body workout with legs because I've had like 3 days of rest for my legs. Now I can hit them again. Why? Because my legs, they just don't, for whatever reason, they don't listen. My legs are like my son. They don't listen. They don't grow. I say, hey, stop. Or grow. And they'd be like, no, like, I don't know what it is. So I make sure I hit those first on my full body session. And then I have a body portion of there. Might do like some arms, something like that. That's the split that I will go to. So you want to kind of craft that to like what works for you. Now, while that's not the most optimal thing to do, something is always going to be better than nothing. Remember that. So some people will go into this building muscle with the all or nothing approach. It's like, oh, well, if I'm not hitting my muscle groups with the ideal, 12 to 15 sets per muscle group per week and twice a week, then I'm just not gonna like it's y'all do what you can. All right. It's not that serious. Okay. So try to train each muscle group twice per a week if you can. If you cannot, just do what you can, y'all. All right. Look at your schedule. If you ain't got a calendar, I should do a calendar training on fitness, or maybe I'll just keep that reserved for my clients. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Any of my clients watching this, how y'all feel about that. Now, the next question we have is protein powder and building muscle. So simply put, you need protein powder to build muscle. All right. Now, why you need protein powder to build muscle is because if you have not done at least a month of chewing through 200 grams plus of protein of whole food consistently, no missed day, it's hard. All right. It's like literally if you miss your if you miss your 5:30 a.m. pre-breakfast meal, yes, pre-breakfast meal, you're already like 20 grams protein in a whole. You got to make up for it somewhere. Like it gets so boring eating all that protein. This is why I hate when people are like, oh yeah, eat all this protein, but they don't give you like tactical steps. I'm gonna keep real with y'all. All right. Yeah, that's what you should do. It's what you could do. Do you have to do it? I mean, you ain't gotta have a sexy body if you don't want to. Stay where you're at. But the thing is, protein powder, it just makes it so easy for you to boost it up. It's in liquid form, and your body can receive it a little bit easier and quicker because it's in liquid form. So one thing I do, I drink protein powder with no chaser. So like literally protein powder, water. Now you gotta have a flavor for protein powder first, but literally I just protein powder and water, and I'm not out of a straw because it'll get stuck in there, clumped up, but literally just drink that up. And it's kind of like a sport to me. Like I'm not getting my protein powder in for flavor. Honestly, I also don't feel like I'm more lazy than I am worried about the flavor of my food. Now, not well, I can cook, y'all. Okay, y'all see my stuff. All right, I shouldn't have to say it. I can cook, but I'm more worried about getting my number sometimes than the flavor of all these things. And plus, if it's like the middle of the week and I'm drinking a protein shake, like it's 2 p.m. on a 2 p.m. on a Friday or a Tuesday, I got stuff I got to wrap up and handle. I don't have time to sit here and like, oh, it's a joyful protein shake. I ain't got time for that. Give me the macros. All right. So protein powder is super necessary because we're busy and it's just an easy way to just get this in. People go, oh, it's not natural. Look, the protein powder, okay, maybe it's a little processed and has in there. Okay, cool. Then don't sit back and complain about not hitting numbers because then I'm gonna tell you, okay, eat your whole food. Well, I ain't got time to cook. What can you do? I get fed up when people. Let me stay on topic, y'all. All right, so yeah, protein powder is really gonna help you build muscle, y'all. Now, what kind of protein powder should you get? You should get the one that you like. And so here's a little protein powder hack. Go to the supplement shop and ask for samples of different protein powders. and just see which one you actually like. Because I used to recommend people specific brands and stuff like that. Now I drink a plant-based protein shake because it allows me to not bloat and I don't fart all day long. Like I'm talking diabolical. Couldn't even get a date because I'm just like I might be afraid I'm gonna blow the date away, and I'm not talking about what a good experience either. So yeah, give you a excuse right. Get you a protein powder that you like, sample at the supplement store, and then once you get that, just stick to it. Like if I like to say, if you can't drink the protein powder with just water, then it's probably not going to be the most flavorful thing for you. And then you don't want to build resentment for the protein shake, right? Like because then that's going to backfire in the long run too. You want something that you can consistently take in. So yeah, protein powder is an easy boost to getting your protein goals up. That's pretty much it. Next question about muscle building. The last one here is: can you build muscle at home without equipment? Yes, but unless you plan on building an entire home gym, so like I would say, if you're doing like these weird ass freestyle kind of dumbbell workouts, you can probably get away with like spending 300-400 on a gym at home. But then you're going to be doing like a 50-pound dumbbell front loaded single leg pistol squat just to potentially hurt your ankle. And we can just go to the damn leg press at the gym for $10 a month. Like, you got to know the trade offs. All right. At a certain point, the gym workouts at home and stuff like that, like they're not really gonna help you build a lot of muscle. Like you might be a little lean, but like ladies especially, like let's talk about that. Like you might want to build like this insane dump trunk. Like, look, let me tell you the real. Y'all want to know a secret? So when they're on here telling you, "Oh yeah, I built this dump truck at home," I almost cussed. No, the hell you did not. You did not build that at home. No, because I went to your mama's profile and I seen where you got it from. 50% of that ass from your mom. You ain't built that at home. That's genetics. You built the other 50% of that at home. Stop lying to us. Or you went to the gym and then the pandemic happened and you switched to home workouts and now you telling you, no, it was already built. Look, they lying to y'all out here, but don't look. Let me not get canceled here if I just started my career on YouTube and stuff. But look, y'all, you can build muscle at home, but it's gonna be to a certain point. So like if I want to build like a massive chest, like I would literally have to spend like $2,000 on dumbbells at the house because I'm gonna need like some heavy dumbbells to really like get up there. I'm just gonna go to the gym. 2K on a home gym setup. Like, yes, get you a home gym setup, like definitely useful. Me personally, I need to be in the right environment. I can't be that close to comfortability when it comes to working out. Like I gotta be in that environment. The music, the people pounding weights, sweating, yelling. Like I gotta be in that environment. Because at home, I'm like the TV's right there. I'm like my coffee machine's right there. Like it's a couch, pour a glass of wine. Like, shoot. Don't let me mess around and get a wife. A wife, right? Like, I'm gonna cut my workout short, right? So I got to put myself in the environment. All right, that's just me. Now, if you can work out at home, honestly, you a strong ass person because like I have a hard time with it. But you can build muscle at home to a certain point. But can you build muscle at home without equipment? Honestly, if you are completely new to working out at home, well, not at home, just in general, I would probably say go for like 60, 90 days, maybe even, no, let me back up. Go for like 30 to 60 days of at home working out, no equipment. That's okay for starters. Then you need to go on Facebook Marketplace or go to Walmart or something like that and get you some light dumbbells and stuff, bands to kind of start challenging muscle with different kind of resistance and stuff. Do that for maybe, I would say no more than 6 months. After 6 months, you need to get into the gym because yes, you can continue to like kind of tone and shape at the house and everything. Now, don't get me wrong, like everybody doesn't want to be huge muscles, but for certain, so like I'll put it to ladies. I work with a lot of ladies. So like ladies, you want to build like this massive dump truck and lower body. You need either some heavy ass weights in the gym or you need to go to the gym, at least for your lower body workouts. Now, ladies, y'all can definitely get away with upper body workouts at home because 90% of the ladies I train now, 99% of the ladies I've trained have never told me they want these big muscular arms. Matter of fact, they tell me the opposite. Hey, I don't want those. I don't want to look like Ray Lewis. I don't want these big bulky arms. I don't want to go from Denise to Derek. Like that's not what I want to do. So you can definitely have some nice hit workout upper body at home with some maybe up to 20-pound dumbbells, something like that. you ain't gotta go hard. But lower body workouts, I would highly recommend you go to the gym and get those leg workouts in because you just need more pressure there. Okay, on those legs. And plus, y'all's legs can take way more pressure than guys can. All right, we are almost 10 minutes until the time here. Well, I ain't gotta stop, but my clients that are on here, like y'all know, I love to yap, so I will keep going and going. But we're talking about nutrition now, everybody's favorite. I always say I'm not going to be too long on this and then I'll be forever, but let's get into it, y'all. Nutrition. So, the first thing nutrition wise is how many meals a day do you have to eat for weight loss? Now, I'm going to come for everybody who's going to be in the comment section or who might watch this video. I don't know how far in the future, but somebody's going to be like, well, I ate one meal a day. Not, look, hush. I ain't talking to you. It's working for you. Cool. How many meals a day do you need to eat for weight loss? You need to teach your body consistency first. Get between 3 to 5 well, 3 meals per day and like maybe like 2 snacks, depending on like how active you are. But honestly, 3 whole meals a day, you're pretty good. So this is what I do. When I'm trying to cut down and lose fat, I go high protein. I eat four times per day. Emphasis on times. 3 of those are a meal, 1 of those is a snack. If I'm really, really hungry at night, I just go to bed. And like I know it sounds like oh no, literally like I just go to bed. All right. I don't have any other secret hack or snack for that. Just take your ass to bed. But the meals per day you want to eat for weight loss is going to be between 3 and 5. So people are always gung ho on this specific number. I just listen to my body, but then again, you watching this right now, you need to improve your intuition around your nutrition to get to that level. So the first step is 3 meals per day, 3 whole meals per day. That means you got some kind of high fiber vegetable, you got high protein, you got a complex carb on there. You need to get used to preparing that first and teaching your body consistent windows. This wasn't a question on here, but I'm going to add this on. But the eat 3 to 5 meals per day in the same time ranges per day. Emphasis on range because you're not always going to have the perfect day, right? Now I ain't got to explain why we don't always have perfect days, but something's going to throw off your schedule. So if you eat breakfast normally at 7 and I don't know, you wake up, your tire's flat, now you got to go to the store and do something. Now you can have breakfast at 9. It's not the end of the world. Okay. Just push your other windows back a little bit. So I can say like, hey, eat breakfast between 7 and 9 a.m. Eat your lunch between like 11 to 1. Eat your dinner between like 6 to 8. Have a snack small between 3 to 5, as you see fit between lunch and dinner. There you go. But it's time range. Just land in that range. And one thing I still have on my calendar, I still have food alarms. Like, matter of fact, today, y'all, I went and I slept in. I woke up at like 7 a.m. That's sleeping there for me. But I slept in, woke up at like 7 a.m. I feel great. And I was like, you know what? I want some I'm treating myself some Chick-fil-A today. I went downstairs. I got me a coffee black at the leasing office. And then I went to Chick-fil-A. I got me egg white grill meal, strawberry jam to add on. I removed the cheese because I'm lactose. And boom, that's my little breakfast. I got the small hash browns too, y'all, with honey mustard dipping sauce. Okay. Don't tell my clients. But it was delicious. All right. And I had that at 8:30 a.m. It's in my window. Normally, I'm having some breakfast by like 8 a.m. But I had that one at 8:30 a.m. Since then, I've had water, but I drank that coffee intentionally because what was I say? Because it's gonna curb my appetite. Because normally, like right now, I'm like super hungry. So after I finish this live, I'm actually about to go make my salad for the day. And then I'm doing a pickup prep meal from HEB. Store here in Texas, they got these nice little high protein meals you can get. I'm picking up one of those and then have me some fun at night as far as food. So that's my plan. But you want to have at least 3 meals a day for weight loss and or fat loss. Okay. You're going to increase the more the meals to like more 4 or 5 range. You're going to notice that increase the more consistent you teach your body how to eat these meals. And then you're going to get to a point where on the days you work out, you're going to notice your appetite increasing as well too, because you're building more muscle in your body and your body's demanding more fuel from you. That's when you start to notice that the more food. But I'm not one of those people who eat 5 meals per day every day. I did that before. I don't know if y'all can see that little trophy right there. Like, I did that before. It was cool, but at that point, I was eating 6 to 7 times a day. I'm kind of more back to realism now. All right, 3 to 4, like I'm cool. I don't need that much food. I'm all right. Now, the best sources of lean protein, y'all. This is another question. What are the best sources of lean protein? ChatGPT says chicken breast, turkey, lean beef, fish, eggs, tofu, dense tofu, tempeh, lentils, chickpeas, and edamame for more plant-based options. Y'all, some questions. Now, I don't mind you asking me questions, but some questions I need y'all to Google. All right. A better question would be, hey, I found these lean sources of protein. How can I turn these into meals? Now, that's a better question right there for you. All right. A lot of y'all get stuck because y'all still asking these level 1 questions. I'll just say level 1 questions. All right. I don't get on y'all too bad, but try that next time. All right. Now, is meal prep worth the time? This is a surprising question, but I mean, I guess good question nonetheless. But is meal prep worth the time? So, yeah, I would say. So meal prepping is going to save you decision fatigue. Let's talk about that. That's something that we don't talk about enough in the fitness space because you're not going to really get it. I guess you could say outside looking in, but decision fatigue. This is a real thing, y'all. So when y'all wake up in the morning, like nobody wakes up in the morning like, you know what, I'm going to cheat my diet today. Nobody does that. And if you do, we're going to judge you. But nobody wakes up. You don't wake up on Tuesday like, I'm definitely cheating my diet today. You don't do that. You wake up, you're motivated, you have willpower, you're strong. But as the day wears on, not just food, right? You go to breakfast, you eat high protein breakfast. You have to tell yourself, no, I'm not going to eat the muffin for breakfast. You lost some power in your meter there. You then go to work and your boss says something, you're like, decision fatigue, right? Because you had to decide not to snap on the ass. And then you go to lunch, you get a phone call, bad news, because you got to decide to something. And then you're stressed at lunch, but you're like, you know what, it's Tuesday. Like my coach said I need to do X, Y, and Z, my meal plan. All right, I'm gonna stay to it. But you're stressed, decision fatigue. And that fatigue starts to wear down and down and down and down until you ain't got none left. And then we get to the point where it's like, all right, it's dinner time, you're at home, you didn't have a long day. And let's just say you forgot to meal prep. Decision fatigue says after a long ass day, you have no willpower in that meter left. Time to DoorDash because you don't have any effort left or motivation left to just even make the right decision. Even though it's Tuesday, you had a long day. You forgot to meal prep. You know what? I'll get back on tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, another long day happens, another bad phone call. So you get pissed off again. This time it's your man or your boo thing, whatever. And then you know what? I'll just get back on next week. And boom, the vicious cycle continues again. So meal prep is worth the time because when the stuff is prepared and ready, it takes the thought process out of deciding, am I going to eat this again today? So like working out wise, you work out 3 to 5 times a week. You only got to make the decision literally 3 to 5 times a week to work out. Eating, you have over 20 times per day minimum where you have to decide to put something in your mouth or not. All right, get your mind out of the gutter. But you got 20 times a day where you have to decide if something is going to go in your mouth or not and into your stomach. So you want to remove the process of having to make all those decisions, right? And so that's why meal prep is worth the time. But you also have to know yourself when it comes to meal prep. But that's going to be a lot for another. I can talk about meal prep for hours, y'all. That's going to be a lot for another thing. But yes, meal prep is definitely worth the time. All right. Next question is how to reduce sugar intake. So I actually made a full YouTube video on this. So if you go to my YouTube, Roger Chew Fit, I want you to watch that video because it's going to go very in depth, and I want to try to save us some time on this right here. But I'm gonna give you three of my number 1 tips, if that makes sense. But the first thing is add before you subtract. So add before you subtract means like you're living a certain lifestyle right now. You want to be a little bit healthier. So what you want to do is add healthy things to your lifestyle first, and then do the unhealthy stuff. So that means for me, let's say it's Monday. I want to slow down my sugar intake or stop eating sugar. All right, Monday, I need to have 3 whole meals that are high protein, super healthy. One of them needs to be like vegetables. I need to drink like at least 2 Stanleys. That's 60 ounces of this total. And then I can have sugar. So notice I didn't say I can't have sugar. I said I need to do this first. I got to add this to my lifestyle first, and then I can have the sugar. Usually after 3 whole meals and high protein, and it's Monday, you drink all that water, and don't mess around, walk and work out, add it to your to-do list to add to your lifestyle first. And then you can have the sugar. You're going to do all that stuff. And two things will happen. One, you did all that stuff, you ate sugar, but guess what? You worked out, ate healthy, you burned calories, so you still actually in a deficit. Two, you're gonna do all that stuff, and you'd be like, you know what? I don't need the sugar. I did really good today. It's a win-win situation because it removes the thought that I can't have because your entire childhood, literally, there was something you were told you can't have, and now you're a grown up and you can have what you want because you paid for it. And we're still fighting the inner child. So you got to kind of like learn how to talk to and appease the inner child that you have. So that's one way to reduce sugar intake. And the second way is to find substitutes. Now, luckily for y'all, y'all have AI now, ChatGPT. So take your favorite meals at the restaurant that you go to, or DoorDash orders, whatever, and write them all out. Go to ChatGPT. Hey, what are some healthy versions that you can find for me on YouTube, or what are some healthy ways to like make this meal at home, or how can I order this more healthy? And boom, another way to still get that scratch that itch of what you wanted, and boom, yeah, lower sugar intake. The third number one thing that I would say to do is also find the sweet alternatives. Matter of fact, no, that's too easy. You need to know, dude, you need to know what you're craving. And what I mean by that is I have a cravings wheel, right? Now I came up with this. I was dating somebody before and I came up with this because like I was like, okay, as a man, I should always know like what my woman wants to eat. I gotta be able to figure out like her cravings. So I mean, she was picky, so I had to figure out. This is a long time ago, but I had to figure, okay, what way can I get uh, make her feel like, oh, he's such a leader, he knows I want to eat. And I came up with a wheel. So I literally started studying her pattern. Okay, okay, pasta. All right. Oh, what you want? Oh, you want chicken wings? Okay, it's kind of savory. All right. Ice cream. Oh, ice cream. Okay, ice cream. Oh, you want Chinese? Okay, it's Asian cuisine. Okay. I had this whole list of foods. I put it on a wheel, and it was kind of like a wheel of cravings that I came up with. And I realized you're not a picky eater. You just don't know what you want to pick right now. So then I learned, okay, what do you got a taste for? Is it pasta? Is it wings? Like some kind of like what do you think? I'm thinking maybe like pasta. Okay. Like no sweet tooth, nothing like that. Nah. Okay, cool. So I'm thinking in my head, okay, so you got a savory tooth right now. All right. Kind of like that style, but you got a savory tooth. Like what do you want? Like crunchy, kind of soft, like chewy. Like what do you want? Ooh, maybe kind of crunchy. So you got to kind of take yourself through this wheel of flavor and cravings. So I always think about with sugar intake because sometimes, so because you look, y'all have them cravings where it's like you eat the thing and then it's like, ugh, it didn't even hit the spot. And now you missing 2,000. Like we should be able to get a refund for calories that don't count. Like I just don't feel like those calories count personally, but that's not don't quote me on that. But I don't think the calories count, y'all. But spin that wheel of cravings. That way you can land on the right thing and also make a little bit better of a decision and not waste calories. So if I spin the wheel, sometimes it's not that you're craving sugar. You might actually be craving something savory. Like literally one time I was craving some sugar. And instead I was like, you know what? I went to the store, I cooked a steak, I diced some potatoes, and I ate it. My cravings were gone. And so it wasn't that I was craving sugar. I was actually devoid of nutrients because I didn't have a lot of protein that day. I didn't have like a lot of salt, complex carbs. That took me out. And I realized like I'm more somebody who has a savory tooth versus a sweet tooth. Now I look muffins, donuts, brownies, especially the corner side, mac and cheese, fries, and look y'all, bread. I can just like I can eat, y'all. Don't get it twisted. All right. I know I ain't supposed to be saying stuff, but I'm keeping it real with y'all. I can eat. But those are ways that I reduce sugar intake. But watch that full video on my YouTube channel, how to reduce sugar cravings, because it's a super powerful video. And then last thing is, does everyone need to take supplements? You don't do what you want. Supplements are just going to support the journey that you're on right now. It's going to kind of get a little boost. But what I would say you need to do in order is first talk to your primary doctor, get blood work done, see where you might be deficient at, and then start building your nutrition plan around those deficiencies. Like if you're a Black person up north, for example, you're probably more likely to you're probably going to be more devoid of vitamin D, right? If you're a human in America, you're probably low on protein. If you're also living up north in general, you're probably low on iron. You probably find yourself chewing on ice and stuff like that. But go talk to your doctor, get your blood work done, and see what deficiencies you have. So you're not just taking random see what deficiencies you have. So you're not just taking random supplements just because you saw somebody on Facebook say to do it. All right. But once you've done that, in order: multivitamin, protein powder supplement, creatine, and then the other stuff. All right. That's going to depend upon your blood work. But that's what I would say is like the safest thing in order. This is not medical advice, by the way. Like, that's why I said, hey, you do what you want. But that's just my belief system on it. Okay. But y'all, that is it as far as the Q&A. I must have knocked out a lot of questions because and y'all must have been tuned in because I didn't get any questions in the comment section. But I'll give y'all 15 seconds in the comment section. And if y'all ain't got a question, then I'm gonna get ready to end this live. I'm only 8 minutes over, and it's time for me to go ahead and eat my salad. By the way, I'm dropping tips like this every single day. So all you need to do is click the first link right here. I'm gonna drop it one more time. Click the link right here to get my Body Recomp, to join my Body Recomp newsletter. In my Body Recomp newsletter, what the heck? Come on, Facebook. I'll drop the link in a second, y'all. But click the link below to join my Body Recomp newsletter. It's free. I'm going to inbox you free fat loss and muscle building tips every single day. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, just send me a DM that says coaching, and I'll talk to you more about. I'll see my website, and I'll talk to you more about your fitness goals to see how that lines up with what I do, if I can help you out. So I'm not getting any questions in here. So, hey, peace out. I'll talk to y'all next live.